everyone, my name is Toby here on The Arc Truth, and Happy New Year! Happy 2022, and let's hope it's a better year than this, but unfortunately, because of the day that I'm making this video, which is January 6, 2022, it's off to a bad start because of Kamala Harris, and also Joe Biden just making a big speech and just being full of themselves of how this day last year was the worst day, an attack on democracy, and yada yada yada. I'm definitely gonna be getting into that because, yeah, it's the whole misinformation that they claim that they're trying to stop is being perpetuated by them. Because last time I checked, people were gathering in protest, specifically on January 6th, over the issue of voter integrity, and there was just a whole major mess as a result of 2020. I remember when I was watching the 2020 election, how I was optimistic that Donald Trump was going to win. Hell, he was ahead by at least 150,000 votes just in the state of Pennsylvania. But then somehow in the period of 4 days, Joe Biden managed to somehow get ahead of that. But I'm digressing. Of course, a lot of supporters of the Joe Biden regime tend to eat this up. At least that is if they're still alive. Then again, that happens to be within the corporate media or the mainstream media, whatever the hell you like to call it, because they definitely love to suck this up and say that this is such a horrifying event. Just cry me a river. But honestly, the worst part about it was for some reason Kamala Harris thought it was a good idea to compare January 6th to that of the events of Pearl Harbor and September 11th. You heard me there. Although then again, you probably heard it from other YouTube creators who are into this sort of thing, into politics, such as I am. But you have to admit how asinine that is. Because last time I checked, and I am pretty good with history, I'm passionate about history. Pearl Harbor, the day when the Japanese attacked us and the United States entered World War II, 2,500 American servicemen, sailors, Marines, soldiers, airmen, I know the Air Force didn't exist back then, but I just included them because they were part of the Army Air Forces, they died as a result of that surprise attack. That was an attack on democracy. That was an attack on the United States. September 11th. 3,000 people died. Civilians died as a result of terrorists hijacking 4 planes into the and hitting them in the World Trade Center, in the Pentagon, and in the case of United 93, potentially the U.S. Capitol or the White House. No one knows which one. No one knows which one of those targets would have been the correct one, but it doesn't matter now, thanks to the heroes of Flight 93, who managed to stop that from happening. But somehow Kamala Harris thought it was a good idea to compare January 6th, where 4 people died, one from a heart attack, one from accidentally falling off the balcony, and another being an unarmed protester being shot by the police, aka Ashley Babbitt, and even a few suicides afterwards, January 6th, as somehow comparable to this. I admit I'm a little bit pissed off, but I'm at the stage where Razor Fist made, I forgot which video, but and if I can, I will put this link down in the description below just to give you a sense of what I'm talking about. I'm in that stage of indifference or apathy where I literally do not care what the Biden regime says, because it's the same old BS that I hear every single day. How somehow that they were the protectors of democracy, how they managed to stop an insurrection, despite the fact that the FBI themselves stated that it was not an insurrection, how Trump supposedly could encourage this insurrection, again, referred to his Twitter video about him about telling people to go home, and so on and so forth. Oh, I'm being victimized by these people. Uh, Biden and Kamala Harris cannot do anything wrong. And I heard a lot of people calling Kamala Harris stupid. I would disagree. This is 100% intentional. She's feeling entitled. She's feeling like she's somehow self-righteous. To an extent, I would... Okay, take it back. To an extent, I admit that it is stupid. But overall, what she said required logic, because, or at least her kind of logic. Specifically, the kind where she is treated as somehow a hero. Again, along with Joe Biden, it just really irritates me. But do you want to know what the funny thing about this is? A lot of people would rather support Donald Trump, supposedly the guy who created who started this insurrection, or should I go insurrection. They would rather vote for him over Joe Biden if the election were held today. Hell, about 2 days ago, Tim Pool, and I know a lot of people do not really care about Tim Pool, which I understand. He tends to be on the fence that much, but he actually made a video on his main channel, Tim Pool. I will be linking it down in the description down below, where polls actually show, according to the Daily Mail, that if the election were held today, Donald Trump would win by a period of 5 points. Take it this way. In polls, Joe Biden was at 41%. Considering that he was trailing Trump by 5 points, Donald Trump wins with 46% of the vote. I wouldn't be surprised if those polls were skewed somehow, but nonetheless, it does offer me a little bit of hope that a lot of people are seeing through this BS. And of course, the past year and how just Biden has screwed up so much, people are really, really reconsidering just how they're going to vote in 2024. I think it's going to show later this year in November 2022 when the midterms happen. Because right now, a lot of Democrats are retiring, or they're very exposed to being kicked out of office. As they should. As they should. I mean, after all, they've been promoting far left policies, especially critical race theory, which was actually one of the many reasons why they've lost many of the special elections last year. Take a look at Virginia. Hell, no one even thought that New Jersey was going to be in play. Yes, a Democrat won, but the fact that a Republican came very close to winning the governorship, oh, that must be causing Biden and his cronies to shit their pants. Let me tell you. I honestly can't wait until the November 2022 election. I can't wait until the 2024 election. And by the way, if Joe Biden still somehow manages to get off his full first term, not only will I really hope that Joe Biden runs. Because at this point in time, not only are a lot of people turned off by him, I mean, after all, let's go Brandon. There's a reason why that chant is around. It has been going viral, and it's been very, in fact, uniting Democrats and Republicans. But it will obviously give Donald Trump a clear major victory. I honestly see that. Because a lot of people are just turned off by Joe Biden. People do not like his policies. They did not like the inflation. They did not like anything that he's done whatsoever. And all he's been doing is just blaming other people except himself. And it goes to show that this trend is continuing, especially today with the January 6th narrative. How it's supposedly an attack on our democracy, despite the fact that a lot of those people who were protesting were concerned about election integrity. And of course, what I said specifically before about Pennsylvania, where Donald Trump was leading 150,000 votes, and then suddenly after 4 days, Joe Biden managed to take a lead. 4 days after election day. Oh, there's also new things to try to disprove this whole narrative of insurrection, because apparently it's been revealed that there were secret service agents that had secret orders that revolve around shoot to kill to protect Vice President Mike Pence. If Donald Trump was leading an insurrection, why would he get his own Secret Service members, if need be, if it was necessary, to shoot to kill his own supporters? It makes no sense, and every time when I see this crap going on, and especially with how people are just being so turned off by it and not really believing this stuff, it gives me hope. It really does. People are seeing through this BS, and I think it will come to show in November 2022. And it will show in 2024, when I hope to God Donald Trump wins. Or, well, he runs and wins. I hope to God, at this point in time, I really hope to God Joe Biden there's a part of me that hopes to God that Joe Biden manages to make it to his first full term, just so that potentially Donald Trump will kick his ass in 2024. If he does, that goes to show that the American people are sick and tired of Joe Biden, the establishment, and all the lies. And it goes the same with what's been going on now. On January 6th, a year after the supposed insurrection. My name is Noah B. Head on the Art Truth. Please post your comments down below. Like the video, subscribe, and share with friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding my videos, such as how I speak or anything else, please post them down in the comment section down below or directly message me. Finally, and if I did not say this before earlier in the video, I will not be making another video next week because I'm going to be spending time with my father in Florida for the whole week. So just to let you guys know, have a good day.